गुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। नानक परखे आपको तां पारख जान. These are the words of Tan Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. Guru Angad Dev Ji say to us that those that learn to judge themselves, meaning those that are able to reflect upon themselves, be more conscious of their own actions, of their own emotions, and reflect upon them. The Guru say they are the true judges. But often enough, we tend to judge others instead. And I'm sure we've all been there. We've been there where we are constantly judging others. We've got an opinion on others, always trying to work out where they are at in their life. But amongst all of that, we forget to look at ourselves. And the truth is, if we want to move forward in life, if we don't want to remain stagnant, because when we're blaming others, because that's then another step. There's judging somebody, there's having an opinion on someone, but then there's actually blaming somebody else for my own emotions, where I'm at in my life, not taking responsibility of that, and instead constantly looking and blaming others for where I'm at in my life. But when we look at the words of what Guru Angad Dev Ji are saying, Nanak parkhe aapko. Parkhe means to judge. When I judge myself, ta parkh jaan. But then the next words that the Guru say are amazing. They say, Rog daru do mein bujje ta vaid sujan. They're saying that a true wise doctor is that when they're able to actually work out what the roga is, what the disease is, rog daru, and then work out the medication for it as well. So when we are too busy blaming others for our own state of mind, for our own emotions, and what we are doing in our own lives, our actions as well, physical actions, until we're blaming others, we're going to be stagnant in life. We're not going to be able to move on from those emotions. We're not going to be able to set ourselves above where we are at the moment. And that's exactly what Bhagat Farid Ji said as well. They said it was only when I was able to lift my own self out of where I was, then I was actually able to see life and the world for what it actually is. So let's take an example. For example, there's a little scenario that happens. Let me take a scenario of something that I can relate to. I could be doing a talk, a public talk. Whilst I'm doing that talk, I might end up picking on somebody. And whilst I do that, it might offend them. Somebody might get annoyed. So what's happened is they might be holding that anger inside of their mind towards me. And what happens is, when somebody asks the question, what's wrong? Why do you look so annoyed, frustrated and angry? And the reply they'll give, oh, it's because of what Baljeet Singh did during his talk. He picked out at me. He picked on me. So used me as the example. And saying that's the cause of my anger because of what he done. And Sangaji, now bringing it upon myself. Let's switch that. That's one example. There might be a situation where my wife asks me to do something. She might say that, look, I made the dinner, so it makes sense. Make sure that you now clean up and wash the dishes as well. And that might hit my ego. I might think, well, no, I'm busy doing something much more important than having to wash the dishes. And then I get frustrated. I let my emotion be affected. So somebody asks me, what's wrong with you? Saying, "Tu inna gusse hai, me tennu ki ho gaya?" Saying, why do you look in such a mood and so angry? And saying that, and then my reply to that is what? Saying that, you know what? It was my wife that did this to me. It was her that did this to me. or that person that got picked on the talk to be used as an example. They're saying, no, it was that person that put me in this mood. How many times do we hear ourselves actually do that and say that? No, it's because of them, I'm feeling like this. That is going to keep us stagnant. But the truth is, we all want to grow in life. We all want to be in a better place whether it be mentally, however it may be, whether it be physically, whether it be mentally. Physically, I could be saying, but no, you don't understand. It's my wife. She keeps giving me more bronte. No, but it's my mum. She keeps feeding me more. She keeps giving me more biscuits. And that's why I'm now overweight and struggling with my weight. Blaming others. That will for sure keep us stagnant. But if we take a look at what the Guru is actually saying to us, the Guru says to us, they say, Dadda, dos na deo kise dos krama apneya jo main kiya so main paya dos na dije avarjana. The Guru says to us very clearly, say that Dadde dos na deo kise. Says, don't give the blame to somebody else. Dosh means blame. Dadda dosh na deo kise. Dosh krama apneya. Take that responsibility. And Sangat ji, the moment we take responsibility, in that moment we have an immense, great opportunity to actually move forward in our lives, to be able to actually do something. That moment, I reflect in that moment and say, you know what? You know what? Yes, that did happen. My wife did ask me to wash the dishes, but yes, be real. The Guru says, be real about where you're standing. Today, people talk about be positive, be positive. And what I've noticed is that sometimes in being positive, we forget to reflect and actually be true to ourselves of where we are at this moment in our lives. So for example, if I'm getting affected and I got angry at that time, in this false pretense of being positive, I overlook that actually, yes, taking responsibility of my own motions and actions and what I'm doing. And in that moment, I could blame or be stagnant. And then what's going to happen to me? Remember, anger, we'll do another video to cover this. Anger actually then causes my body to go into a stress response, which is not going to be healthy for me. It's going to offset me even more. But in that moment, if I actually reflect, like the Guru says to me, doshna dije avarajana. The Guru says that don't blame others. Instead, what can I do? This is the perfect thing that we can do. Bhakt Kabir ji said, Bande khoj dil har roz. Every day. Sangat ji, call this Friday reflection because it's a great day to actually reflect upon our week. And saying, Bande khoj, go inside and look at your own self. Yes, I got angry. I take responsibility for that. I don't blame my wife. What could be the cause of me getting angry? Is it my ego that's getting hurt? I feel that my self importance, I'm so wrapped up about in my own self. I've now put my importance right above anybody else. I'm thinking I'm better and greater than others. That could be a reason why my ego was affected when I was asked to do something. But when I start reflecting and I start seeing these things, then bande khoj dil har roz. I'm looking inside now, searching. I'm thinking, oh right, that's what happened. And then I look at that actually maybe I've not actually got enough resilience in me. I've not got this ability to be able to, when I'm told something, to be able to keep going. Instead, I just allow that to get to me. Maybe I've not got enough dheeraj yet. The Guru says to us that Jat pahara dheeraj sunyar. That if you want to create something beautiful out of yourself, one of the ingredients that you need is dheeraj, means patience. I've not got that level of patience and tolerance to be able to take what somebody is saying to me. When somebody's criticizes me, I'm not able to take that. In that way, I'm not able to grow and go forward. I become all defensive. So, and the moment I start to reflect and think, oh wow, this is actually a great opportunity for me to grow my patience. And the more patience I grow, the more steadfast I become in my own self, the closer I will get to becoming balanced inside. And then the more balanced I am, the closer I will be to my creator. The closer I will be to the source of life, because that one is in Sahaj, is absolutely balanced and perfect. But the more I'm off balance and these things affect me and I get angry, and now what I'm saying is I've given you the key to my emotions, and I allow you something external to affect what is me inside internally. And because it's so much easier, because our senses are outwardly, the experiences of our senses, the information goes inside, so we're constantly looking at others. So I'm there looking at, this is what she did to me, but I've allowed so what happens is, Sangaji, for me to work on myself, I cannot wait for my external situations to be perfect, because I'll be waiting forever, or I'll be waiting a long time, or I'll be going up and down. When they're okay, I'll be good. When they're not, then I'll be down. The more we're trying to force our external environment to be in place, to try and change that, the more energy I'm going to be using, the longer it's going to take, or it might not ever get there. But instead, there is something that I can do instantly. I can go inwards and I can reflect Bande Khoj Dil Har Roz on what was it that allowed that anger to actually appear. What is it? What qualities do I need to grow inside of me at the moment? Something beautiful the Dalai Lama said that stuck with me. I read many years ago, and that was, those people that you see to be your enemy, and the truth is a lot of us nowadays, we're treating our own partners in that way. The more somebody we see to be our enemy, they challenge us. They throw us off balance. They make us angry, frustrated. He said they truly can become your best friends. Because if you allow them to be the ones that helps you to grow your qualities of patience, to be more tolerant, and for yourself to remain, not let your peace be robbed. He said, aren't they actually your friends that are allowing you to grow these qualities inside of you? Because once these qualities grow, then we can spread them no matter where we go in our lives. So let's start. Starting at home is a great place. Those that we keep blaming that are responsible for our emotions. No, instead let's switch that to say, they are truly my best friends, because they are giving me the opportunity. They're giving me, so remember what we said, the moment we take responsibility upon ourselves, then great opportunities then come to us. Now I say that this is a great opportunity for me to grow deeper and to find that source of creation within me. So now I'm in gratitude. So now I thank those very people that I said were annoying, that I said that were erupting my emotions inside. So today, let's take away this from today's talk, that I'm going to take responsibility of my own emotions. That will then create an opportunity for me to grow even deeper and further inside of my own self. Let's try and do that. Let's reflect on our week, on how our emotions were affected by external situations. I'm still being affected, so I've not reached that state yet. So I'm still reflecting on these words myself yet. And I constantly ask for strength. So may we all put our hands together and ask for strength to be able to take responsibility so great opportunities can be born for us. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji